is your destiny!
Rooted in substance, not flash. Rooted in substance, right? Every moment. The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins. There's a difference, right? There's a difference, right? This game ain't gonna be played in Hollywood, it's gonna be played on the grass, right? It's gonna be played on the grass. Let's go.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! That's my new, I edited that clip a little bit, so I added that. Hey guys, welcome to Late Night Live. I'm Garage Gamer. Let's bring out my guests. Back as always, Ace of Jacks Media Grounds. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, not a whole lot.
Dude.
We had the state of play yesterday from Sony.
Yeah, we'll go over that. It looks like I really like your arcade you got going on.
Yeah.
Looks like you've done some work. I don't know if that's the At Games Legends Ultimate back there. Or... Wow, you're gonna have to go over all that. That's really cool. You've really spruced up that Street Fighter arcade one up. Looks like.
Yep, we gotta get those arcade 1-ups going on.
I got this guy. I've been waiting to get this guy for like the last 2 weeks. 8-bit gaming legend.
What up?
Dathan. Dude, we met this guy at the Portland video game swap meet through a mutual friend, and he knows his like old school games and he plays the new stuff. You want to tell us about yourself, Dathan?
Yeah. Well, I am a retro gamer, as you can see from behind me back over there. Been playing games. The first console was ColecoVision. So if you want to carbon date me, my age off of that, knock yourself out. Go right ahead.
That's awesome.
Been playing games pretty much all my life. Live up here in Portland with my wife, and yeah, just happy to be here. Happy to be on the show with you guys, and let's get it.
Awesome. And thank you for being here. And then I got one. I got one more special guest tonight, guys. This is a treat. Coming all the way from Canada, MichaelB The Game Genie.
What's happening, brother? It's very late.
It is very late over in Newfoundland, but we
It's
thank
not
you
that
so
bad.
much.
It's only 1:30. I got another 2 hours in me.
I saw you up late night last week on I think another stream, maybe Cornercade or somebody. So it's like, I'll ask him. It never hurts to ask.
Well, what happened there was we finished up our show and then we had like a 30-minute talk, and then I played Star Ocean Second Story Air for like an hour, and I was like, I should go to bed. And stupidly, I turned on YouTube and I saw Dubs on another show, who's my co-host on Super Game Room Dudes. I was like, what do you streamed like 6 times today? And then they coerced me to come on the show with them, and I ended up staying up till like 4 a.m. It was brutal. And then I was up at 5:30 a.m. with my 2-year-old, so.
Yeah, the kids keep you up. My daughter went through a phase where she did not want to go to bed whenever she wanted to. It's all up to her, so I get that. I just have issue with you. I just want to talk about first, MichaelB. When you're buying an action figure, how come you don't watch Geek Dad Life? Because
I do watch Geek Dad Life.
You're buying the Dungeons and Dragons figures. And like I told you, like those figures are gonna break on you. Like I'll send you that.
But
video.
you were so concerned about those. You kept like every time like someone posted something about those figures, you were like Geek Dad Life video, and I was like, dude, I don't care. They were 50% off. I don't give a shit. Anything that comes out from the 80s, I'm gonna buy. So
I'm exactly. I agree with you. Totally. No, if figures come out in that nostalgic packaging, I'm all about it. Like, I want those new Ghostbusters figures that are coming with the fright features.
The fright features. I'm not that keen on those. Like, I like the original Ghostbuster figures. I don't really care about the fright features. That was at that point where I was just like,
That's what's going to be coming out soon. So, like, I totally had the Venkman where you squeeze him and his eyes pop out. They're really cool, and my
I
son's really into Ghostbusters, so I got to do it.
yeah, my daughter's kind of cooled off Ghostbusters last couple of years, so probably won't be as big a priority for us. But I was really hoping that they were going to re-release the Firehouse. That's the one I was hoping for.
Yeah, they
Because
need to do
that's
that.
the one I never had as a kid, right? I had Ecto, I had the original figures. I never ever got the Firehouse. That's the one that always eluded me.
Right. I never had the Firehouse either, but I knew a couple people that did, and yeah, I always felt like they were like the cool rich kid, like they
Oh
got.
yeah,
Oh man.
it's like the kid who get the giant USS flag from GI Joe as a kid. You're
Right.
like, what are your parents, doctors?
Absolutely.
Dude, bad guy Mike Worley, thank you.
Love Mike
PD7.
Worley.
PD7, thank you for showing
Hey,
up, dude.
PD7, what's happening,
I
brother?
appreciate you. And Smoke Break. Smoke Break was on your stream earlier. Dude, you're the man. So we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff tonight. Let's talk about the state of play that happened. I want to talk about that Nintendo demo. Since Michael B's here, we can talk a little Arcade One Up since he
No.
works for them. He does work for them, right? Like that's what
No.
that's what I read on Reddit.
Well,
or
obviously,
whatever.
if you read it, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Absolutely. And then we can talk about whatever else you guys want to talk about. So let me share my screen. I am still learning this thing, but it's. I think I'm
It takes a
doing
while.
okay.
Don't worry about it. While you're figuring that out, I got to ask more questions about the NES. So you're only going for the licensed library. You're not going for any of the unlicensed set? No Color Dreams? Nothing like that?
None of those. I do have a few of the Tangent ones that are back there.
Yeah.
I got just combined with it. Just a couple of them. Yeah, just the license. Straight up, no flagship variants, nothing like that. No Blade of Steel, red label, anything like that. Just straight up, just straight cards, whatever I can get.
See, I got bored for a while where I couldn't find specific games I was looking for, so I just kept finding the other unlicensed games, and I was like, screw it, I'll get those too. But
Yeah.
there's
What's
not that many
weird-
good unlicensed games.
Exactly. What's weird
Yeah.
is that I went for I completed the North America N64 set.
Yeah.
And then when I was trying to find those, all I was finding was NES cards. That was it. And then when I completed that set, all I was finding was boxes and tubs full of N64 cards. That's all I was finding. So it was like a reverse. It was like a wave of retro gaming collecting at the time.
Yeah.
So that was really annoying. But yeah, I was able to knock out the N64, so that was pretty easy. I did that in about a year and a half.
Yeah, and what is it, like 314 games?
North America 296.
Yeah.
And so that one wasn't too bad. Most of them I was able to find at PRGE, and a couple swap meets here and there.
Yeah,
What sucks is the very last one that I needed is I couldn't find it anywhere, so I ended up just buying it on eBay. And so it showed
What was it?
I was like, hey, Chameleon. The Chameleon one, I forgot what it was called. But that was the last one. It was very anticlimactic putting it on the shelf back over there, and it was like, "There's the last one, and they're done." And so that was that was pretty frustrating. But yeah, eventually I'll get there. You know, I'm not in any rush or any hurry to try and complete it. Just when the expos are, I'll try and pick up 5 or 6, or in town, go to a game store, and I'll pick up ones that are cheap. And side quest games always have good deals, stuff like that. So.
If you just like throwing your money away, you should get a complete in box TurboGrafx 16 collection. It's only like 96 titles. You get them all in the jewel case. They're definitely not going to cost you a fortune right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a couple ones that I'm kind of close with. Like I've almost got like a Virtual Boy set, and I think.
Well, that's only 14 games, so.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I think it's the Jack Rose. I think it's the only one I don't have.
Yeah.
I picked all those. That was up in a lot. That was some guy was selling just a huge box of them for a bunch, and so I was like, I'll just take what you got. And so, but, yeah, that's what I got.
That's awesome, dude. I need to come see your place sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, all right. Yeah. So, all right, here's the PlayStation. What is the state of play? So, first game that I thought was interesting was Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think?
I thought it was okay. I didn't. I thought it was, it was interesting. I guess I'm gonna have to kind of play, see how it goes. But yeah, that's what I think.
Chris?
It looked interesting. It also gives you a lot of those ass shots. Who doesn't want some of that?
Well, you gotta get
that
Your wife will like that.
this reminds me of
But-
some of those older Dreamcast games where they. What was the one?
Yeah.
The Zombie Bonchero, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it looks polished. It looks like it's like it's a game that's ready to release right now. So I'd check it out, maybe. And then the new Sonic game. So this was a game that released like 10 years ago, and it looks like they've revamped it with the evil Sonic.
So, from my understanding, this is actually 2 games. So you have the original game plus a brand new game with Shadow.
Okay. Yeah. Man, they're pumping out Sonic games every year now. I think Sega's like goal is they're going to put out a Sonic game every year. No questions asked.
I think regardless of quality, it still makes money somehow. So that's why Sega keeps doing it.
Right.
Yeah, I got heavy like Sonic for the Dreamcast vibe from this. Just watching this, I was like, I just reminds me so much of the Dreamcast one that came out.
Oh, which one? Sonic Adventure 1 or 2?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's what it reminded me of, and that's like nostalgia right there.
This game I'm not too interested in. Foam Stars looks like you'll be able to claim this with your PlayStation like account for free. Yeah, Chris, if you want to check this out, go for it. I'm probably not gonna.
I don't have
know.
a PlayStation account.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you did.
Nope. I have the Game
Okay.
Pass for Xbox, but when they decided to come out with that 3-tier system for
Yeah, it's so stupid.
PlayStation Plus, it was just like, I'm sorry, do you just not want people to sign up for your service?
Yeah, and how much is that in Canadian, Michael?
I don't know. Like I'm in agreement. Like when I was looking at it, like I was really excited about like the classic library, but the classic library wasn't everything that I was knocked out to be, so I just didn't play it. Going back to Foam Stars for a second, can I say
Yeah.
I'm really, really impressed with Sony on finally releasing their own version of Splatoon. Good job, Sony.
They got to do whatever makes money, I guess.
Yeah.
Dave the Diver, I'm not too interested in. Maybe seems like that came out on
No.
Steam last year, and with Godzilla. All right. V Rising. Maybe that's a pass.
I've got it on Steam. It's actually a really fun game if you
Okay.
can get people together to play it. But yeah, me and my brother went through and beat the game.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. You guys
So-
play everything. That's why I have you on. It's like I don't even like. I've never even heard of that game before.
Yeah, there's a lot of demos that I like to play when the Steam demo quarters come around, where they just have people throw shitloads of game on there that you can give a try to and see if it's something that people will actually buy. And there's some really good hidden gems in there, and then there's some absolute trash.
Yeah, probably most of the stuff is trash on there. There's a couple new Silent Hill games. This one is free right now. Judas.
Ooh, right now.
I think you can get it right now. You can claim it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right after the state of play. That's when it went up. It uploaded.
And I love, like, I'm watching this state of play with my kids with me, and it gives you that warning, like, this might be not suitable for small children or whatever. I'm like, oh boy, but I guess it just showed that girl jumping off the building there. But it's supposed to be. I'm assuming it's a short game since it was free.
I thought it was short. I went through the game.
Oh, you did.
And then
see, again,
starts,
like, you play everything, dude.
and then it starts you back over, and it's like, if you want to get the real ending, you got to do this. And I'm like,
Okay.
do what? So,
How short are we talking about? Like an hour, like a couple hours, or what?
well, I was able to go through it in a half hour. It does
Half hour.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It's a glorified demo then, pretty much.
pretty much, but like every 5 minutes, it felt like they were popping up with a suicide warning. It's like, if you know somebody in your life who is depressed, call this number. If you see something,
MichaelB.
say something.
I've been
MichaelB,
depressed lately.
When they make videos about you,
Yeah.
send them that number.
Yeah. So,
I'm joking.
like a half hour, man. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Like I figured it'd be like a new version of like PT, something similar to that, and it looked like it had a lot of that first person view and stuff like that. But a half hour, like,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It really feels like they did copy PT,
yeah,
and they were like, yeah, we want to do this whole thing. And so just kind of like PT, where it cycled through.
yeah.
It was just the same hallway over and over. This one's like, oh, you're in a building, and then you're going to get chased a couple of times, and that's it.
Sign me up. Do I have to be a PlayStation Tier 3 member?
No, I think it's free to anybody.
I'm pretty sure I claimed it, and
Okay.
I'm just tier 1, the basic. Silent Hill 2. This is by Bloober Team, I believe. Seems like there was a game that I played from them a couple years ago that was decent.
Medium.
The medium. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't seem that scary to me. I don't know, MichaelB, you're a good horror kind of expert guy. I don't know.
I really like the Silent Hill games, but I'm gonna be very clear here. I've only played Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2. That's it. Both those games are really good, but like I find them very confusing at times. Like you can miss stuff super easily, and especially I don't know if it's in Silent Hill 1 or this game. There's like huge sections like where you go through a whole hospital, and you're just like, oh, I don't know where to go, because there's like 15 floors, and you had to find a key card, or you had to find an item on floor 3 of 15 in order to like it's really it's good, but like it's one where you actually want to have a strategy guide next to you. So I did find it was really led, because like it's just like I said, 3 of 15.
And then I'm trying to think, like, the rest of the presentation I didn't think was that interesting. I'm trying to go through. They did show more Dragon's Dogma. Chris, you're getting that, right?
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting Dragon's Dogma too. I enjoyed the first one a lot, so.
Dathan, are you going to get any of these?
You know, I think I bought it, and I think it's still in the shrink wrap on the shelf. I don't think like I've never played the first one, but my friend Chris, he's all about it. So, we'll see how it is.
I got the first one in a humble bundle for Steam, and just never ever got around to playing it yet. Maybe I'll check out the first one, and we'll go from there.
It looks good. It looks gorgeous, I think.
Rise of Ronin. That kind of looks like what was that one? Genshin, or
Ghost of
that
Tsushima?
one Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah.
That's what this is. This was my biggest issue with the whole state of play with this game right here. It doesn't look all that great. It kind of looked almost like a 2007 PS3 game. I thought it should have looked a little bit more polished. Now I could be wrong. It may just be the video quality I was watching then. Yeah, I mean, the gameplay looks good, but it just doesn't look like a PS5 quality title from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I get that.
It's basically just
Until
Heavenly
Dawn.
Sword with a different skin. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you guys play Death Stranding? I skipped that one.
Never
I
played
guess
it.
this was a big one.
Yep,
Did not.
Yeah,
played it.
Chris, are you into the sequel here?
It, it's
Should we
it's
look
the
out for this?
typical Hideo Kojima trailer where you have no fucking idea what's going on. You're sitting there trying to figure it out, and it's amazing to watch. But I'm just kind of like, what is going on? Why is this girl got like gloves over her mouth and or that shoots out black ink? I have no idea, but I'm all for it.
The gloves thing isn't in the first one.
No,
Oh, that is weird.
no.
It
And
truly. Go ahead. Sorry.
The thing that was interesting as a game with the first one is you essentially were trying to build roads across America, and the first, I don't know, maybe hour of the game, it wasn't connected to online. After that, it connects online, and so everybody who had started building roads starts coming into the game. So they were taking all of the road building that other players have done, and they made it accessible for everybody. So you get to see what other people are doing with the game. But it's a single player game, so you never actually get to see these other people.
I do like how Norman Reedus is in it. I had a girlfriend like 10 years ago who was in love with this guy.
I thought you were going to say you had a girlfriend 10 years ago that looked like this guy.
No.
Uh,
I wish, right?
I will say, honestly, I think it's a damn shame Hideo Kojima never got to do the Silent Hills game, because Silent Hills and his mindset seems like a perfect fit for each other. Just random, disgusting, weird stuff that makes absolutely no sense. That's basically the description of Silent Hills. Or Silent Hill. So it was a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Well, it was Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, and then Junji Ito, I believe is the guy's name.
Del Toro's made games before, hasn't he?
I think he has a couple that he's helped produce.
Was he involved with Hexen?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember now.
Chris will Google it. And then seems like the thing closed out, or he announced that he's working on another like stealth ops game or something. And then they announced there's going to be a Final Fantasy VII show next week, and I believe they'll drop the demo for that. So that'll be fun. I like free demos, and it should go right into the main game if you buy the game. So let's see. Here we go. Everyone's still doing good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Well, and then
So yeah, I don't know. That was a okay state of play or whatever. I didn't think it was their best.
No, you skipped the VR ones too. Those looked fantastic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was not a fan of those either.
yeah, they had Metro Awakening. Legendary Tales.
Yeah, medieval one. That just looked very good.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in it. This is my
It
show.
wasn't yeah.
Let's see. Do we want to go in what you guys have been playing lately?
Sure, man. It's your show.
Sure.
Yeah. Dathan, what have you been playing lately? I didn't get
just
to that.
wrapped up Spider-Man. I'm a little bit behind. I got quite a backlog going on. About halfway through Assassin's Creed Mirage right now. And Tales of Symphonia on the Switch. Going through that right now, about maybe 12, 13 hours into that one. That one's kind of when I have like 15 minutes or so. Then I pick that up. And then still playing some Vampire Survivors on Game Pass on Xbox. So rocking on that a little bit. So it's just an easy 30-minute, I can just set it down and then just let my weapons do everything and go back to it after a while. That's what I got.
Dude, Vampire Survivors is great. Like, I 100% of that game, but then they keep adding more to it. Yeah. So, like, there's like more things you got to do. They just want to keep pulling you back and back. Like, no. It is fun, though. I think that's probably a good game for Steam or Nintendo Switch. But it's on Game Pass, so might as well play it. Chris, are you still playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
Yep. I went back to that one because I'd been playing Pow World, and I tried a new one I got called Enshrouded, which is it's kind of a fantasy game where you can build and destroy like the world around you. But then I've gone back to Jedi Survivor on the PS5.
And then Michael B, you beat Star Ocean 2?
Yeah, Star Ocean 2, Second Story Error. So the remake.
How was that?
It was a lot of weight lifted off my back because I played this game for the first time when it originally released on the PlayStation, and it's a great game, and it's really easy until it's not. You'll get in a boss fight, and for just some reason, like, you're running over things, all the enemies are green, super easy to kill, and then you get to a boss fight, and it's the stupidest thing. If your party's not wearing the right equipment, like you don't have fire protection against a certain boss, you're just going to get slaughtered. And what happened was I got stuck on a boss fight, and I just couldn't beat it. I played the game for 100 hours leveling up, trying to get past this boss fight. 100 hours on Star Ocean, and I just gave up. So that was when I was 20, so I came back to it like 23 years later when the remake came out, and I beat it in 32 hours. So, and like, I was level 97, and I barely got past the last boss. Like, he beat the shit out of me. I had to rearrange my equipment, make sure I had all my leveling done up the right way, and then use this special item that basically takes away 50% of spell damage. It was the only way I got through the last boss fight, but happy to have that game in my rear view mirror now. There's been a couple like that, games I played that for some reason when I was a kid I sucked at with RPGs, like Parasite Eve was another one. I sucked at that. I went back and beat that when I was an adult. Legend of Legia is another one. Just for some reason I just couldn't figure out. But as an adult, much more I don't know what you would call it, more, not so much a novice RPG player. I go back now and I'm like, I was so stupid when I was a kid, because so much easier now to burn through this stuff that just seemed impossible when I was younger. And I also beat Diablo 4, my first experience with a Diablo game. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, back to what you're talking about, RPGs. I feel like they want you to beat the games. They want you to progress, but you just gotta think how every boss could be different, or how do I keep one party member alive while another party member can do this one spell or whatever, and you just gotta strategize, and that's fun.
No, I want everything to be easy, like Final Fantasy VII. Just get a couple ribbons, just buff up my characters, and I'm good to go.
Oh, the last. Did you play Final Fantasy 16?
I have it. I started it. I've got a massive backlog, so no.
Dude, I played that on
See,
autopilot pretty
that's
much because
yeah.
I had the ring. There's like some
Yeah.
ring you can put on, and it does the moves for you. And I just went through the whole game.
So recently, you guys are gonna judge me now. I used to play games on easy. I had to stop playing games on easy because some games are fine on easy. Like it's still somewhat challenging. You can enjoy it, but some games, especially like I played Final Fantasy 15 on easy, and I regret it because it was just a waste of my time. Like there was no challenge at all. You couldn't die. There was no way to die. Like you just go through it. Same with Near Automata. The first time I played through that, it was just like ridiculous. There's no point. You can't lose. So now I'm forcing myself to play on at least normal difficulty with everything I play.
Right. I did beat Prince of Persia last week, and I want to say Ash Ketchum 649, dude. Thank you. You're watching us on Twitch right now. Thank you so much, dude. You might be my first Twitch viewer, so I appreciate you, bro. And I don't know what that sound effect was, but yeah. So I beat Prince of Persia, and I felt like that. I played it on normal difficulty. The end boss was cool, but I think the harder bosses was earlier in the game when like my character's not buffed up and I don't have all the moves I need yet, and that's where it gets frustrating for me. Is like early in the game, that's like it seems like that's the hardest for me. Like the later bosses aren't as hard as the earlier bosses, but still a great game. Check it out. And then I started playing Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Dude, thank you, Ash Ketchum. Dude, thank you for following. I appreciate you, man.
Prince of Persia, is it worth the retail price, or is it something that you can wait until later?
It's only $50, number one. So, and I bet you it's a Ubisoft game. It's going to go down in price. It definitely around Christmas time.
$8.
It's going to be yeah. It'll be. It's going to be.
Hold
on to it.
Yeah,
but
I always feel stupid buying a Ubisoft game, like even $10 off. I'm like, I know it's gonna go so much cheaper. I just gotta wait like a couple months. Usually Boxing Day, even when they're brand new, like not Boxing Day, but Black Friday. That's usually where you see the huge discounts on the Ubisoft games. They only came out a month ago, but they're down to 50% for Boxing Day.
And then I got some video, maybe.
That audio is loud.
Yeah, maybe I can turn it down. Sorry, guys. This game is fun. Like, I've never played a Like a Dragon game before, and it's got that element where it's like a RPG, but you just go around and you fight people, and but it's got some really weird stuff. So like my character, I got like a little something I picked up at the adult store in Japan there, and I just beat chapter 1, and looks like next they're gonna take my character to Hawaii. So I'm looking forward to going to Hawaii with that. There we go. We're back. But the really cool thing, Michael B, these games have those arcade games in them.
Yep.
And did you ever play Spike Out?
No.
Holy moly, this game's fun. Go back. Here we go. I don't think this game was ever released in the United States. It's like a beat 'em up. It kind of looks like an old Dreamcast game, but it is fun.
Like Virtua Fighter is what it looks like.
Well, and that's the other game they have. They have Virtua Fighter in here too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe it's a Model 2, Model 3 game. Oh, or Naomi game. Sorry, Naomi game.
Right. So hey, since you work for Arcade One Up, maybe we can get something going here, right? With them.
I don't think there's a commercial Naomi emulator available for Arcade One Up to use on any ROM they bring out. So there'd be a lot of research and development costs.
Yeah.
And how many people are going to buy a Spike Out game? How many cabs do you think they can sell?
Well, you never know.
At least
Let's
two.
get loud.
Well, that's not how it works.
I do have. Let's see. I have one more video from them. I was playing as the girl because I figured Chris would like how she walks.
Yeah, those pixels. Woo!
So lifelike,
Don't kid yourself, man. I had a huge crosstown orchard back in the day.
right?
And Killer Instinct.
No, it was Cammy from Street Fighter for me.
Oh, well, everybody loves Cammy. I mean,
Someone needs to figure out, like, do you get a special achievement or trophy if you beat the game in this game? That's what I want to know. I'll have to look it up. It looks like you can play also 2-player. So I don't know, Chris, you'll have to come over and let's get 2 controllers going, dude.
Yeah.
so
I'll do it.
it looks better than what I'm seeing on screen right now, right? It's only
Yeah.
because you're on dial-up internet that's that it looks like
Right.
that.
Right?
Some net zero.
Yeah, I'm playing my what was the old dial-up modem thing,
56K or
right?
your AOL subscription.
Yeah, my AOL. Did you guys play the new Nintendo Mario game? Share my screen. Here we go. Da, da, da.
I did actually. It was very, very short.
What was it?
It
3
was.
levels?
Yeah, I think that's 3 levels. I didn't
So-
notice it, but in the upper corner, I didn't know that there was a time. Every level's timed. I didn't know that until the last level when I was playing. And there are certain things in games that I cannot stand, and it's timed missions, and it's escort missions, and it's platforming, like jump platforming. Those are things that I'm not good at. Especially with the time missions, I start to get anxiety, and with the escort missions, Resident Evil 4, Dead Rising,
I was going to
games
say
I
Resident
know.
Evil 4, probably not your favorite game.
They know, and then like the platforming, that's something else. But it was okay. But I can see like doing the same level over and over again and watching the time go down, and my anxiety is starting to peak when things aren't going right. Like Sonic getting the air bubble into water, something like that.
So, are you not going to get it?
I'm probably not.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Not. I do like the old school, like the Donkey Kong sound and stuff like that. That was cool. But yeah, I'd probably just pass on it. Unless it's on sale, unless it's like getting cheaper than the retail price.
Yeah, this is one of those games that when Nintendo famously does their, I don't know, like 30% off sales, maybe then I'd pick it up. I got a question for you, Chris. I don't know if you know. Is this a remake of the Game Boy Advance game that came out years ago? Or is it a brand new game?
I originally thought it was supposed to be a remake of that one, but
That's what I thought too.
I'm not sure. I know I downloaded it and I went to play it, and my son took my Switch away from me to play it. And he beat all the levels, and he's like,
Did he really?
"Yeah." He's like, "You got to buy this."
Wow.
So
Dude, that's awesome.
I apparently
You're-
have to buy this game day one for him.
Okay.
But with it being a Nintendo game, yeah, it's going to be one of those that if it ever does go on sale, it's going to be like 15 years down the road.
You don't know.
Unless they do the coupon thing again, like they did this last year, where if you had a Switch membership, you could get for $100 you could buy 2 Switch games. So that's how I bought Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. because $70 game, and then I bought me another $60 game, so it ended up saving me money that way.
Nice.
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom was $89.99 in Canada. So much fun. Yeah.
What was the collector's edition?
Oh, I don't even touch the collector's edition. You couldn't. Like, they were all sold out by the time I even checked to see. Can't remember. It was like $179, I think.
Dathan,
No.
I know this is off topic, but you took that collector's edition to get it signed recently.
Which
that-
one? Which one?
The Tears of the Kingdom one.
I did. 1 second, guys. I haven't unpacked.
Yeah,
it
I want to see this.
Hold on, I haven't unpacked from Comic-Con yet, so.
That's all right. We'll look at your shirt.
And I am reading right here, Mike, that it says that this is the original Game Boy Advance system, that they just added co-op play, brand new worlds, updated music and visuals.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, I got my first super chat, you guys,
Nice.
from Jason.
From the best moderator on YouTube, Jason Little Alien, $2. Cheers. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
I did get
Dathan,
signed
show that off.
by the lady who does voices Zelda in all the
Oh,
Zelda games for Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I think she does another one too. Yeah, the guy that does that voice is Ganon, who wasn't there. I missed him at Grove City, but I am going to the Washington State Gaming Expo at the end of next month. They're supposed to have a bunch of people.
okay.
They're having, I think the guy that voices Kratos is going to be there, and they got a bunch of other people. So I'm hoping they add more requests as it gets closer. But we'll see.
You need to send me the info for that, because I'd be interested in going too.
Yeah, it's their first year they're doing it, so we'll see. From what it looks like, I think it's gonna kind of be like Game On Expo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, the one that's in Arizona, where they bring in just a bunch of high-profile guests, and it's just loaded with games and stuff like that. But we'll see. The company that does this, they put on SummerCon, and this is their first year of doing a gaming one. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So far, so good. Their guest lineup is pretty solid. But until I'm actually there to see what's there, then go from there.
Yeah, Michael B, you just need to put your name out there. They'll send you out there with plane tickets and everything, dude.
I don't think so.
We saw they gave you a whole table at Cleveland. And...
Oh, I paid my way to Cleveland. They let me in the conference for free, and I had the table. But honestly, I don't think I'm much of a guy for that. Like, I found it so awkward sitting at like a table having a booth. Like, it was really cool, but like I just wanted to go play like pinball arcades and like bounce around and talk to my friends. So
Yeah.
I found the commitment of everybody was like, "Oh, I came to your table. Where were you?" And I was like, "Enjoying the convention." That's what I came here to do. I don't want to sit at a table all day. So
Right.
yeah. I don't know. There's some people that love doing it. They love going to the conventions and having people come up to them, and then they bring the smart thing that a lot of YouTubers do is they just have like boxes of just like random games that they'll put on their table and sell along with like shirts and merch and stuff like that. So they go to hawk their wares. I had nothing. I let other people put their stuff on my table. Like there were stickers for G.I. Joel, stickers for Arcades Anonymous. Other YouTubers were just throwing their shit on my table for people to pick up, and I was like, "Yeah, that's great. Go ahead." I had nothing. I prepared zero things.
Over here, like we totally see like the Metal Jesus Rocks
Yeah.
crew, like all those guys are selling something.
Yeah,
Every one of them.
hats,
But
keychains.
I get like they're totally go for it. Like what I want to do is like have a table one year and just sell my old stuff I don't want, and I don't know, but that sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, you
So,
need to hit that up at the Side Quest Expo. That's where you need to do. That's the place to do.
Yeah.
That's the good starting point right there. And then you work your way up to PRG
Right.
and go from there.
Michael, it's called Side Quest Expo, but it used to be called the Portland Video Game Swap Meet. And It was
Okay.
like I don't know why they changed the name. There's a side quest video game store. They're trying to put their name out there now, but yeah, it's a big swap meet for video games, and I think it's been around for over 10 years now. It's pretty
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of the big YouTubers talk about it. So
It's not one I'm familiar with. The one that we were always familiar with, I think, in your area is PRG, Portland Retro Gaming Expo. That's always been like
Yeah.
the gold standard. I always wanted to go there, but after I stopped collecting, I was like, I don't know if there's a point in going because I don't want to find things anymore. So
well, now you can come out and you can visit. You can visit with all of us. So
Yeah.
there's your
excellent.
reason.
I'll drive. I'll see you in like 3 months when I get there.
On a side note, with the SideQuest Expo for this year, I read on social media that Nintendo is sponsoring the Smash tournament for them this year. So
Really?
yeah. So they must be doing something right if they're getting Nintendo to.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And, yeah.
Okay. I'm interested in that. Let me share my screen again. What else do I got?
Sorry for the cough, guys. I do this terrible thing. I smoke. Me and my wife are quitting on Monday, so hopefully the cough goes away too.
Good for you.
Yeah.
With all the people making videos about you, I'd probably smoke too.
No, that's okay, man. People can say what they want. Who cares? Good for them.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they got a voice, and yeah, I agree. Did you guys see? I think this is IGN. This really interests me, and I've got an old roommate in college, Speed. I don't know if you know Speed, Michael B.
Oh yeah,
but
Speed,
he
and
is-
he has like a 3 in his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I've been trying to get him on, but he does like these rock band things still.
Yeah.
And I texted him during the week last week, and I showed him this, and he is very interested in getting this. And I'd want to see what the price is, but yeah, that's really cool. And hopefully, maybe there's some new games. I know like you'll be able to play Rock Band in Fortnite or whatever, but I'm not into Fortnite. But Rock Band 4 or something. This seems really cool.
Can I use the guitar to finish Bloodborne? The Bloodborne remake. Do you remember? Do you remember all the crazy videos of people like beating like Dark Souls 2 with Guitar Hero guitar?
Well,
People beating Elden Ring
Yeah.
with the little kid
Yeah.
controller.
there was the one of the guy beating Bloodborne with a banana.
Get out of town, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved Rock Band when it first came out. Right around that fad of the whole like Guitar Hero and Rock Band fad was when I first met my wife when she was still my girlfriend, and like I was, 25. Like we were just seeing each other, and like I would constantly have people over my house. We'd be like, "Hey, it's Tuesday. Let's have a couple beers and play like Rock Band all night." So we had a ton of fun with it, but like after we were done with it, like after a year, we were done. Like we never played Rock Band again, never played Guitar Hero. My wife was really good though. Like you should see her shred Through the Fire and the Flames. Like, oh, incredible.
Did your wife play a regular guitar?
Never.
Never?
No,
Wow.
she's a musician. Like she's a singer
Okay.
and she can play instruments, but not guitar. I can play a very mean Three Blind Mice on guitar, and a very very slow Creedence Clearwater Revival. What's the song? Just got home from Illinois, locked the front door, old boy. I can't remember the name of the song now, but like Creedence Clearwater Revival. If anybody's ever trying to learn to play guitar, everything's like 3 chords. Like it's the easiest shit to play.
Chris, do you remember Aaron Lum? I know. Dude, I brought him over to my old apartment once, and he is a professional like guitar player. Like he has his own band. I think he lives in Japan now. But I had him play Guitar Hero with one of these, and he shredded. And it was so amazing to watch. I wish I took video of it, but that was probably 10, 15 years ago. But Yeah. Anyway, it's fun. I love this kind of stuff. Let's see what else I have.
You gotta be fast with these rapid fire. You don't want any dead air. You just gotta keep moving, man. So
I'm
next
going.
up,
I'm
your
going.
topic list. Are we gonna talk about the handhelds, the proposed handhelds?
Yes.
All right,
And
segue into it quickly without looking anything up. Just go.
Boom.
Come on.
Oh, oh,
Where
oh,
is
oh,
it?
oh. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, so Sony has a new PlayStation handheld console in development. Port claims. So this is not the PlayStation 5. Yeah, whatever that's called. This is something like a true handheld. So I'd be interested in this. What do you guys think? Michael B, you have the one that just came out last year, right?
Yeah, I bought the Portal, and I regret it because I have really bad Wi-Fi in my house. So I find it very hard to get a consistent signal. When it works, it's incredible. When the
Yeah.
baby monitor's on, it's not so good.
Dathan, Chris,
My
would you be
question-
interested in getting a PlayStation Portal or a
Well, my
portable
question is going to
device?
be with this new one: are they going to learn from the Vita and not have proprietary memory cards?
Yes, that is what I was just thinking. Is it going to be a replica of some sort of a mirroring of what the Vita was?
Because if that's the
Mm.
case, then it's going to be dead on arrival. Because I hated the fact that it was like $80 to buy an 8 GB memory stick for the Vita.
I wouldn't worry so much about
Yeah.
that. I don't think that'll be a problem.
Yeah.
I think this comes twofold. There's two reasons for this. The success of portable gaming devices in the last couple of years, obviously, the Steam Deck came out, and then now since then they've had tons of other devices with the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go. So they're seeing that market. Also, PlayStation and Xbox are really good at basically saying, hey, that thing Nintendo did was really smart. We should do that. So I brought it up on the show I did earlier. I mean, it's like a couple of years ago when the Wii was a huge success. The very next generation, PlayStation was out with their PlayStation Move. And then, of course, Xbox came out with the Kinect. They wanted to get their own Move technology that Nintendo did so well with. So I think this is reacting to not just the success of these handheld devices, but also what the Switch did. So this will be a lower powered version of a PS5, of a Xbox. It's not going to have any kind of physical media. It's all going to be digital media, and it's going to be dwarfed graphics. So like expect 720 to 1080, more than likely 720p output. And it'll all be digital purchases from your PS5 or from the PS Now account. Same with the Xbox. It'll all be digital purchases or Game Pass that you can play on it directly.
Yeah, hopefully if you can already I can't talk. If you already bought games on your PlayStation 5 and you can play it on this, that sounds awesome. I'd love that.
Yeah.
So I don't have a PlayStation Portal, but to my understanding, I'm not too 100% familiar with it. I wasn't going to plan on getting one, but you can only play games that you've already downloaded. You can't play anything over cloud-based services, correct?
Nope.
So what you have on your PS5, correct?
Well, you can play disc games from your PS5. All you're
Disc
doing
games
is
too.
remote play. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
It's just it's no different than playing PlayStation 5 through remote play on a on your iPhone
A
or
ROG
on an
Ally.
iPad or something like that. It's just this has a very specific PlayStation 5 type controller, DualSense controller, so you get the same vibration. It's actually a little frustrating. Like I was playing Star Ocean: The Divine Force, and there's a very key element where you have to press the sense pad in order to pause the game to use items or cast spells. And there's no sense pad on the actual PlayStation Portal, so you have to double double tap the screen and it doesn't always work, made the game almost completely unplayable at times. I was so frustrated. And so whenever I got into a real big boss fight, I would just like turn off the portal. I was like, see you, honey, going in the basement. Gotta get to the PlayStation 5. Can't do this.
I think it would be really helpful, like if you've got kids that always want to watch a movie or something.
See, this is why, like, my game room is downstairs in
Yeah.
the basement, and I'm like where I have the 2-year-old, and my wife's a lawyer, she's busy, so we're always tag teaming, like when we can work, because we both
Right.
have been working from home now for years. We're tag teaming when we can work, when we're watching the kids. And I mean, guys, like, there's only so much Miss Rachel and Elmo I can watch. I need to escape sometimes. So having a handheld device there, and I have been not a handheld guy for years, but now I'm up there with the kids, and like if I can get a couple minutes on the Switch, on my Steam Deck, or now on the Portal, like to actually play some PlayStation 5 games, I will jump on it and take what I can get. I'm like that guy at the end of the night at the bar. It's just like I'm going home with somebody. I don't care who it is. I just
Just wait until your kids start playing Roblox, Mike. That's when it gets really interesting. That's where my son's at.
yeah.
He
So
cannot stop.
my daughter asked for her first video game system for Christmas, so she got a Switch Lite, and she's a little behind because she missed a lot of kindergarten because of the pandemic. So she can't really read yet, but she tries to play Animal Crossing because that's what my wife loves. We bought her a couple other games. She's really good at Mario Kart. I gotta remember, I'm in America. You guys will castrate me if I don't say Mario correctly. So, she's getting into it. Nothing bad yet. Everything she wants to play is, fun stuff. She's asking me for advice. So, no
That's awesome.
Roblox, Fortnite, any of that bullshit yet. So,
Yeah, that's good. You stop. Speaking
Yeah, we
of
bought my
good
son
games.
a Switch Lite,
Oh, did you? Yeah,
And- and he takes mine. He's like, this is too small for me.
yeah.
Did you guys see this tweet? Michael B, did you see this? They are teasing a new. They're teasing a new a burnout game. Excuse me.
Oh, really?
What? Really? Is it
Yeah.
Criterion? Criterion's back in
It
it?
looks like Stellar Entertainment.
Okay.
Our way of giving you kind of weird insider intel about what we're working on without actually telling you what we're working on. And and this is really cryptic. And the bosses still haven't issued any takedowns. Happy days. POV, you're about to be rear-ended. So a lot of people think this is Burnout, a new Burnout game. So sign me up for that.
Yeah, I second that.
Chris, I seems like we remember playing Burnout with you or love
Burnout
that
Paradise.
yeah. Well, not Burnout Paradise. Well, that was the recent one, but I remember playing the ones on Xbox, the original Xbox.
Yeah, the Burnout Paradise was the one on 360.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever played Paradise.
They remastered it for,
Anyway.
I think, a few years ago. If I remember right, I could be wrong. But Burnout Takedown is where it was at. Crash mode and everything. I put in well over 150 hours into that game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Playing
That's
online
awesome.
with people, it was good. It was a good one. Definitely my favorite racing series.
So hopefully we'll get a new one announced soon. If they're teasing something, I would definitely be a buyer on that. So sounds like you would be too.
Absolutely.
Well, we're almost at an hour, guys. I really appreciate you guys talking with me tonight.
Of course. It's fun to be on here.
Yeah, dude, Dathan, thank you so much. Michael B, I don't even want to know what time it is there in Newfoundland.
2:30 a.m.
You're gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Woo!
You were
So
you were
hopefully
like,
you
if
get
you can
sleep
stay
in.
up, and I was like, you son of a bitch. I gotta stay up now. I'm not gonna say no to you.
No, I really appreciate you and I appreciate how you're always a positive person. Not only you're very knowledgeable, I really appreciate the way you what's the word?
Work for
The way
companies.
you yeah. Some of the toxic negativity out there with some of these communities has been really bad, and I feel like you always stay the course, and like you said earlier, you don't let people
Uh,
get to you,
I
and
drop between the line a lot of below the line a lot of times. It's hard, man. You're gonna have
right.
really broad shoulders, and I always gave myself a lot of credit for that. But sometimes it just gets a lot, man. Like it seems like it's coming from everywhere. Some of it is, jealousy. Some of it's other stuff. I don't know. We're a very small community. None of the channels are super big. Like even the people that are super big aren't even super big. I don't know what the answer is. I'm just gonna keep doing me, and
Yeah.
I'll see where it goes, and try not to let stuff bother me as much as it has in the past.
Apparently, you can't do speculation videos anymore.
Well,
Like what?
no, no, I
Did you hear
I
that?
understand the optics of it. I understand what they're saying. I've always been very clear. If I know something, I'm not going to do speculation. But if I don't know something, I'll do
But
speculation.
you don't know anything, right?
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. Like people think you really do have insider information, and I'm not you, but I honestly don't think you do.
If I had insider information, I would say it. I usually do. I
Right.
say I know. I'm not going to speculate on this. If I don't know, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's pretty simple.
So back to that though. The original Tekken
There's no
arcade one up
Tekken.
is
There's
confirmed.
no Tekken. I know John D wanted to do it. Like John D like really wanted to do stuff. Like Alien versus Predator was because like he was like he knew how bad 19K Fox wanted it, so he was going to try to will that into life. And Travis really wants Tekken. Travis really wants Tekken, but Tekken is expensive. I think they got the technology to do it now because they've got that. I'm not super knowledgeable on this, but I think Tekken is the same arcade model as like Ridge Racer and Time Crisis. I'm not 100% sure on that, but if it is, they got the
Yeah.
technology to do it. It's just a matter of getting the license and whether or not they can sell it. I have no idea. Right now, they're in
They've
a
got the technology.
well. It's like the thing. Like everybody's like, I want House of the Dead. House of the Dead is a really hard one because the original source code for the arcade game is gone. So they don't just take a ROM and just stick it on a chip and sell it out there. They re-engineer it and then do all their
Right.
online stuff and all that bullshit. So
And if they got no money to do any of that back end stuff,
that's
then we
true.
got
No money
problems.
for research and development. And the way they get their money is they go, "Hey, Best Buy, do you want to buy 10,000 House of the Dead cabs?" And then Best Buy goes, "Yes, here's the money." And then they're like, "Great, we got the money now." Or they have to go and borrow money. Like that's what these people don't know. Everybody thinks these home arcade companies just have money, but they don't. Like they're like, "Oh, we're going to come out with a new product. Now we need to go find investors." So, none of them
Right.
really have money.
Dathan, do you know anything what we're talking about right now?
Not a clue.
That's all right.
So they came out with these toy arcades a couple years ago, and apparently
Yeah.
a lot of people were like, "Oh,
got one right
yeah,
here.
I've got a couple behind me too."
Yeah, I
So-
got what the arcade one up.
Yeah, that's exactly
So
it.
I've got
Do you
two.
have an arcade one
I
up?
got two. I got
Okay,
I got
see,
Mortal Kombat
there
and
you go.
there's Marvel superheroes over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're awesome.
So they're toy arcades. They're toy replications of the original arcade, and man, oh man, people are so mad about them. It's crazy.
Well, it's like there's no news right now,
Yeah.
so people are losing
Oh
their
my
minds. And that's why like I'm playing all these other things right now. Like I'm looking forward to the Sony stuff. I'm playing on Xbox. Gonna be playing Nintendo. Like I've moved on. Like they're great to look at, but I'm not out in my garage playing these every day. You know, and Chris, you have a couple arcade one ups still.
Yeah, I've got
I don't know how much you play them, but they're cool. But there are people out there that are just on pins and needles, like waiting for something. Like I feel like they're starting to lose it. So
They're great for the birthday parties when you have people come over and they're like, "Oh, what are
yeah.
these?" And it's
If
like, "Go ahead, play it. I don't."
if you like nostalgia, they're really cool. So if you're the kind of person
Yeah.
that like when Sega comes out with a Sega Genesis Mini and you're like, oh man, I have to get that. Despite the fact there's like a million other ways to play all those games, but you want to play it on something that looks like a Sega Genesis with the actual controller. That's what Arcade One Up's trying to do. They're trying to basically sell you nostalgia. Not everybody likes it. You can buy multi-cage, you can buy other stuff. But for some reason, there's this great debate on whether or not you should buy it, whether or not you should like nostalgia. And then people tell you you're wasting your money. And I'm like, how is it anybody else's business what I do with my money? Or what anybody else does with their money? So, I don't know. People are crazy, man. We used to have the conversation years ago. So you're in the console collecting place right now. And a lot of people got out of it and they were just like, I'm just going to play everything on RetroPie. So I would do videos where I picked up like a bunch of like expensive NES games and they're like, you're wasting your money. You're such an idiot. I can play all these games on my RetroPie. I'm like, I don't care. Good for you. Congratulations. I want the cart right now. So I went and bought the cart. Cool. I want to play on a CRT.
Well, there's that whole. I got into another with another creator in the space maybe a year ago. You got to play it on the original hardware. Like what? No, you got to play it on the original. You got to get the original arcade. That's the only way to do it. Like no, that is. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it.
No.
That really,
Yeah.
that really made me mad. And like, if you want to play a game, play it however you
Exactly.
want. RetroPie, Arcade One Up, a USB stick. Who cares? It's like it doesn't matter. Just as long as like we're having fun. That's all we're.
What
I just want to
the
have
main
a break.
the main thing that anybody actually cares about gaming thinks about is it's cool that we can have conversations about like a game like Shatterhand or a game like all right, I gotta really test you now. Shadow of the Ninja on the NES. Shadow of the Ninja is an awesome game. Like just really one of those special games that a lot of people overlooked for years, and it's so cool. And like you can talk about it whether or not you have the card, whether you played it on emulation, whether it like actually the cool thing was a lot of these lesser known NES games came out late for the was it the Wii U Virtual Console, and they put some of them on the actual Switch NES library too. So like you can talk about playing these games. It doesn't matter how you play them. The important thing is we're talking about this game. Like Vic Tokai. How many people even know who Vic Tokai is now? The Go 13 games and stuff like that. That's the kind of conversations we should be having, not how did you play it, you motherfucker.
Crazy. Anyway, back. I was trying to say, Michael B. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're an inspiration to me and to a lot of other people. And we watch you. I've talked about this before, but like I watch you every week, and I feel like I know you, and it's really cool. So thank you.
Just 1 second. You'll notice Jason said, with all due respect, Mike, I'm going to have to go ahead and request a copy of your tax return for my records. Jason, of all people, if you ask me that, I'll probably provide it.
Speaking of tax, I want we got to do our taxes quick because in Oregon, we get a huge kicker from the state of Oregon this year. So we'll see oh man, I want it quick. Anyway.
It's 45% of whatever you paid in taxes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I haven't done my taxes yet.
I'm
but
hoping just to break even at this point. That's all I care. As long as
you're gonna get some back.
Oh, I did the math.
So,
I did the calculator. I did the math thing, and I was like, I think we're gonna break even. I think we'll be okay.
Okay. We'll see.
I tried to do that one year, and we ended up owing both federal and state. And then I was like, no, go back the other way. And it's like, I hate taxes. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm in Canada. Taxes aren't really that difficult. We get raped up front, so the tax.
Well, we just know you got like free healthcare and
free-ish.
Chris and I were in Boy Scouts together, and we went up to the Canadian Jamboree. What year was this? 1995?
Was it
What was that?
95 or 94?
It was something like that. We've known each other for a long time, but I just remember the Canadian kids were like, "Yeah, we could do all this and blah blah blah." I'm like, you American scum.
So
No, they weren't like that.
I will tell you a funny story now. When we were in Cleveland for the Cleveland Gaming Expo back in September, we played basketball one day, and I had sandals on it, and my sneakers were inside, and they were like Converse All Stars, like little tiny ones. So I was like, I'll just play barefoot, and I tried to do a spin move on B, and I'm not exactly the athlete I was in high school anymore. And I just wiped out. And anyways, I jacked up my wrist really bad. And like the whole time I was like, Jesus, I should go to hospital. And I was like, it's only another 4 days till I make it back to Canada. I can do it.
Right. No, you probably have to pay a lot more money here.
Yeah, I had insurance, but like I just didn't want to deal with it. I was like, I'll just get home.
Right. Yep.
Well, I got to bounce, guys. This was a lot of fun.
All right.
It was nice meeting you, Dathan and Mike.
Yeah.
Real quick, Chris. I just want to show off.
Oh, you got the hot dog controller?
No, I saw that.
Where's my web camera? I got the hot dog. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to do an unboxing this week. So
Nice.
anyway, that's what I got. So anyway, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. And we're gonna do this weekly. Michael B, I don't expect you to be here every week, but thank you guys. We really appreciate you. And peace out.
All right, we'll catch you
Thanks
next
so
week,
much.
guys.